And we're back on Pop FM 99.9 Power of Positivity. It's John Salvatore, and right now it's time for our monthly marketing update. Online with me now, I have Ryan Harbinson, who's the Director of Business Development at Clearbridge Branding Agency. And this month we're talking SEO. So, Ryan, welcome back. How are you this month?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. We've got like a thing going on now. I think we're almost at a year, close to it, right?
We got to be at this point.
Crazy. So thanks for having me back. Appreciate it. Nice
Of
to be here.
course. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us again here and sharing your marketing knowledge with our listeners. Of course, you know, we have a lot of listeners here in the South Jersey area. And we wanted to talk this month about SEO, which is search engine optimization. What does that mean? Because someone who just heard that is probably like, what are they talking about right now?
Yeah. So the way it works is that, your web browsers are all utilizing terms in order to find your website. So, we have tags on your sites that allow us to kind of go through and scan everything. It's kind of like the early version of hashtags, right? Think of it kind of that way, right? And what we're doing is we're utilizing those different terms and services that you offer in the background in order for your stuff to then appear within when people are searching whatever it is that they're looking for. So everybody who has a site has all that stuff. Um, you know, Google has changed things dramatically just over the last 2 years, 3 years, and they're always changing because people are finding ways to kind of, inflate the system a little bit. There's no, kind of one-page searches anymore. They got rid of all that, so you have to actually have content on pages. But it's definitely the best way to be organically found through the internet.
So I guess that kind of leads us into our next question. You know, why should a business care about SEO? It can actually affect the bottom line of the business, right?
Yeah, I mean, so what happens is we've got a couple different tools that you can utilize, right? So we can do search, we can do email blasts, we can do social media, or we can do paid search, right? And the SEO itself is the biggest one of them all because you have to think of yourself, you have to kind of pull the veil back a little bit and just be a consumer. Like if you're looking for an HVAC company or you're looking for someone to maybe, plan a party with, you're literally going to type in the service that you're looking for and either the area that you're in, the town that you're in, near me if you got your GPS on, or your zip code. So part of that is understanding that this is allowing you to kind of have a 24-hour, 7 days a week service of like a sales team to an extent. And over 50% of traffic is search, just organic search is where people are getting a lot of hits on the website.
So when it comes to SEO, a business, they may invest some money or they may invest time, which is money to a business, in making their SEO better. How can they measure the effectiveness of their SEO campaigns to make sure that they're not wasting their time?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways, right? So SEO is a little pricey at certain industries, right? Like if you're trying to be like, red wine, red wine is a hot term because there's so many people that are selling booze and things. I think part of it is understanding what your budgets look like and the terms that you want to be known for, right? So maybe sometimes it's better to be kind of found for a niche that you're a part of maybe a broader industry. If you don't have the budgets for SEO because it can be a little expensive, that's what we focus on and kind of what we talked about last time, right? Is the blog element. Right. So blogs are a great way to kind of organically integrate SEO into your web pages because what we're doing is we're trying to write blogs, right, to inform our customers and our people of what we do and how we are. But we're purposely putting terms within the blogs that constantly regenerate all the time. So, if you've got people that are writing good blogs, we're constantly using the same kind of couple words, maybe 5-6 times in those blogs throughout everything, tell that story better, but also to get noticed more organically and not have to pay for that SEO. The other way that's really, really important, right, especially on the Google side, is reviews. Reviews are huge, right? So that's going to be a great way for you to show up on that. And, Facebook too. So like we always tell everybody that you kind of got to have a two-step review process. And if you're in the food space, Yelp as well. Yelp gets a bad name here and there more because of people claim pages without it. And we could talk about Yelp a whole nother day, right? That's a whole nother story. But, I think it's really important to understand that you've got a couple different elements that you can use that are kind of that organic search that they're looking for. And the reviews on Facebook and Google is huge. And continuing to write those blogs is very, very important.
Well, you've convinced me SEO is important for a business. What is one trick, or what's the first thing that a business could do right now to improve their SEO? Like a 5-minute trick. Is there something they could do right now just to make it a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, as your customers are coming in or people that you know, I would reach out and I would start on the review side. The reviews go
Okay.
a long way, and I would say try to get your people to actually write a little, you know, 3 sentences or something like that. Like, they did a great job, is fine, but like if they could take that extra minute just to be like, service was great. I love these guys. I've worked with them for years and I highly recommend them. Right. That's always good. And then I think the other side of the coin too is that in that review section, right, you're going to get people that are mad. It's just going to happen. Or somebody thinks that you didn't do the best job. Right. So make sure that you don't allow those reviews to sit in the ether. Right. Make sure that you're commenting on those reviews and then reaching out to those people on the side and saying, what's going on? What happened? How can I help? Or if they're scamming you, because sometimes Reddit gets loose and people have a bad experience, and a bunch of people will come in from other websites and just flood you with bad stuff just because you could fight those reviews. So don't let those bottom reviews go bad, and make sure those top reviews are a little bit more detailed.
Makes sense. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for teaching us a little bit about SEO, giving us some tips and tricks, and sharing your marketing knowledge with us here this month on Pop FM. Ryan Harbinson is Director of Business Development for ClearBridge Branding Agency, and he joins us every month here on Pop FM to teach us something about marketing. So, Ryan, thank you again. We look forward to talking with you again next month right here.
Thanks, John. Really appreciate it. Always a pleasure.
Of course, anytime. This has been John Salvatore on Pop FM.